Hey, welcome back to Garden Spot Acres. Today we got an interesting little project here. We're going to be taking two of these upper kitchen cabinets here. We're going to be modifying them to be used as base cabinets. These were from Lowe's. They're not great quality. They have the particle board sides and back, but they do have a full oak front. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to modify the top so they can take a small countertop, and we'll flip them over, put some 2x4 feet on them, and then we're going to cover up the sides, at least the left side when they're put together. We'll be covering this up with some wainscoting, and we'll cover up this other side over here with some wainscoting. These two sides here won't matter because they're going to be butted up against each other. Right? So we have the two inexpensive cabinets, a 16-inch wide by 6-foot top. We have the package of planking for the sides, piece of scrap 2x4, the top, and a piece of scrap 1-inch full dimensional lumber here that I have to use to put a strip in here on all 4 of these edges, so I have something to screw up from the bottom to hold my countertop on. It looks like I need to cut some 10 3/4. Let me just double check that. Yep, I'm gonna cut 4 strips 10 3/4 long, place them in here, glue them in place. So they're going to go in like this, perfect thickness. I'm going to set them aside for a few minutes, half an hour or so, let them dry up. They were outside. I'm going to tip these cabinets over now, and I'm going to go ahead and do the feet. The feet are just going to be 4 chunks of the 2x4, 1 for each corner. We're going to go ahead and cut 8 blocks of 2x4. We're going to do them 3.5 inches long, so they're going to be square blocks when we're finished. 3.5, 7, 10.5, 14, 17.5, 21, 24.5. What's that give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and a 28. We're going to place them in the corners just like that. One of the reasons I'm going with the upper cabinets on the floor, because I don't have the room in my office area where I want to put these. And what I do need, I just need a work surface on the top for a printer for my photos. I don't have the room in there for a regular 24-inch wide cabinet. So I'm going to go with these, which are 12 inches wide, and it still gives me the surface on the top that I need, plus storage underneath. Get that one put in there. We got all the legs on, both cabinets. Next step is to go ahead and flip these back over. We're going to take the 4 blocks now. We're going to block up the sides and the middles for the countertop. Now I'm ready to go ahead and put my sides on. 30 inches. So I'm going to cut a bunch of these at 30 inches. Okay, we're going to start putting our siding on. Just using 3/4 inch brads. Got a little bow in it. There we go. Then I'll go rip that down on the table saw and be right back with you. That looks pretty good. Okay, we have our false front placed on. We're going to go ahead and tack it into place. There we go. You can see it just gives a little bit more depth to the front instead of looking so thin and skinny. Then I'll let this glue dry up. We'll scrape that off. And we just place it on here and show you. And you can see it from the front. Just gives a little more dress of edge. Doors clear. So I got my cabinets back together the way they're going to go against the wall in my room. I'm gonna need to attach these together, and I can't do that just with this particle board. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure, when I put these tight together right here, I'm gonna measure the gap here. And I'm gonna plane down a piece, probably 3 pieces of lumber, one at the top, one for the middle and one for the bottom. So it fits that gap. And I'm gonna attach it here. We'll attach one here, one in the middle, one down at the bottom. And that way I can bolt these cabinets together, and it'll give me, instead of collapsing the sides when they're together, like if I were to go ahead and attach them now, you know, from inside of this cabinet to that cabinet, it would just crush this in. I have some old pallet material. It's almost the correct thickness, but it's just a little bit too thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to length, and I'll run them through the planer. I can make those cleats, I'll make them 11 inches long. Looks perfect. Attach them like that. And then I'm also going to screw through the face frames with cabinet screws through here to make sure the face frames are tight. Running out of glue. There's going to supply some support in there when I screw the cabinets together. Got to scrape the glue off. Got a little glue come out. But I'm going to trim off these edges a little bit here. And I'm just going to use a piece of the wainscot that I had from the sides. And I'm just going to cut that down to about 1 inch width here, just to cover this up. So this is going to go on like this. And I'll put one on the other side, and then that'll slip right on down over top of the cabinets. Measure the length I need, and I need 14 and 11/16. I'll cut those to the length. Okay, got a nice little decorative edge here. I'll go ahead and put the other side on, then we'll start sanding this up. Okay, we're going to be using some amber shellac here on our countertop. I'm using this because my room that I'm putting this in is shellac with the same amber color. If you've never used shellac before, it's very forgiving finish. It's a fast drying finish. It's an alcohol based, and when you put the second coat on, it dissolves the first coat. Just got to go real fast with it. I'm out here in the sun, and like I said, it does dry quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished, and I'll come back to you and we'll look at it when it's all done. We have 2 coats of shellac on the countertop. Now I'm going to head inside. We're going to dust off the cabinets. And I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of shellac on those also. If you never worked with shellac, it's really nice finish. It gives a nice vintage look. And I have wainscot in the room that I'm putting these on. The same kind of wainscot this looks like here. So it's going to match really well. Come around and start a door, show you what that looks like. Then I'll come back to you when the door's done. Again, you got to go quick with it. It does dry fast. That's one of the good things about it though. It dries so fast you can really get things done quickly. It doesn't have much moisture barrier to it though. You wouldn't want to use this on a kitchen countertop or anywhere that's going to get moisture, definite moisture sitting on it. Sure there are no runs or drips. I think that looks pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and finish the cabinets, and I'll come back to you when they're all finished to show you what the whole finished project looks like. All right, here's the finished product. Fits perfectly into a smaller room. 14-inch width of the shelves, so it doesn't, stick out here obtrusively. Nice storage inside. And fits the printers. Got space right here for a computer in the middle. And when I'm printing. Hope you like this project. Thanks for coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.